Should you marry someone that does not want to sign a prenup? I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't want to. It's your choice to marry someone or not if they want to sign a prenup, but I'm going to tell you why I would not. One, when I go in a relationship, especially as serious as this, where I'm sharing my finances, my assets, having children with them, and they don't want to be open and honest, and they don't want to come to some kind of agreement, and they want the judge to have to make decisions in case of a divorce, to me, that's not the kind of person that I would want to be with when I know that I have this option. It used to be looked at as taboo when you hear premarital agreement. We were taught that this is something where people they're coming in with money and they don't want, you to have access to that money. So some people look at it that way. I see it as the opposite. I see it as, let's get everything out in the open. Let's see all your assets compared to all my assets. Let's talk about alimony. Let's talk about child support. Let's get it all on the table, just in case something happens. Let's talk about what happens to the pets and the house and the rings and everything else that people fight over during a divorce. Let's get it right out on the table while we get along and we see eye to eye and we have certain expectations and assume that we know each other's expectations. Why assume when we can have it right in writing? You can put things in there such as the pets, what happens to them, children from a previous relationship, an infidelity clause, what happens to the joint bank accounts, any assets, retirement accounts, everything. Get it up, get it out and up front. Why go through a divorce where your attorney's $250, $350 an hour or more? You have anxiety because you don't know what's going on. You don't want to talk to your attorney because every phone call is running up the bill. Okay? And believe me, court just drags on and on and on. They file all kinds of motions. Those motions don't have to be answered for 30 days. There could be extensions to those motions, and this process drags on and on and on. It can run you up $60,000, depending on the issues that are coming up in your divorce. So why not get all this stuff up front? People want to know, are they ironclad? No, they're not ironclad. But there's very few things that are going to make them invalid. One is fraud. But if it's fraud, if somebody's bringing the charge of fraud, it's probably the person that's being, screwed. So, no better word to put it. They're being screwed because the other person didn't disclose all their assets. It's not the other way around. So, you need to have separate legal representation, and you might even need to sign this prenup in front of a judge. Okay, there's things that you can assert. You can say you signed it under duress and everything else. It's got to be fair and reasonable. As long as it's fair and reasonable, the judge is going to hold it up. But you got to understand what fair and reasonable is. It's not, she's not getting any alimony or she's not getting any child support. If there is infidelity, you say, well, she's not going to get any alimony if she cheats on me. I'm not sure that will hold up. You'll have to ask an attorney in your state. And if you say, oh, I can't afford an attorney, well, let me tell you something right now. There are legal plans that you can pay for, $30 a month. They cover your whole family. They cover if you are sued. They provide certain legal documents for you, and you can cancel anytime. And that's Legal Shield. I'm not saying they're the best attorneys in the world and to hire them for your actual needs, but you can still call and pick their minds. For that amount of money, it is a steal. If you go to the Bar Association They can run $50 or more per visit, okay, per situation or per question, okay? So, you know, Legal Shield is a very good way to go. And I hope you can use this information. I hope I answered your questions. And I will be making more videos soon. Take care.